Hello, if you're watching this, it's because your store is carrying Illumination or is about to be carrying Illumination, and we wanted to make sure that you had all the information you needed to help your customer make the right decision and have the best illuminated experience possible. I'm Nathan, Marketing Director with Eldorado, and I'm here with Tori, Sales Director at Paradise Pleasure Product, and your regular condom evangelist, who's going to tell us everything there is to know about illumination. Tori, take it away.
Oh, thanks, Nathan. That was the introduction, the part for me to follow. As you said, I am Tori. I am your sales director of many things, but today I'm your sales director at Paradise Pleasure Product. And today I'm excited to introduce you to the Illumination collection. Hopefully you've had a chance to play with it in the store. Maybe you're just now about to get it, so get real excited. It's a collection that's completely new to the category, and we're calling the lighting and the RGB LED body illumination. So the goal behind illumination was simple, right? We wanted to create something that gives consumers a reason to stop, look, and get excited about the category again. We're trying to combine customizable RGB LED lighting, intuitive app connectivity, and high performance vibration into a product that is visually stunning and highly functional and unlike anything else currently on the market. In the training, we'll walk through the collection, highlight the key features and benefits. We'll also discuss how to confidently present illumination to your customers. So we're gonna go do the things. Oh, thank you. Nathan's already been moving the screen for me. This is great. So what started out as an answer to the problem? What was the problem? A lot of the pleasure products started to look the same on shelf. As I was walking through, it was actually an altitude show with my boss. This whole idea hit him because he comes from consumer electronics. We could talk a little bit about more as the story evolved, but coming from a lens of consumer electronics into purchasing condoms, right? We purchased Paradise Marketing, which is now branched off into Paradise Pleasure Products. So we've got the umbrella of Paradise now has Paradise Marketing and then Paradise Pleasure Products. But because he had a different lens than he was seeing that a lot of the difference between pleasure products, the trends tended to look similar, but the unique selling points tended to be around either the packaging or the and price point. So it showed him that there was a lack of innovation design, not because of anybody's fault or wanting to design more things, but because a few Chinese manufacturers basically make all the products because that was what was allowed. That was the resources. Then they tend to just make different colors and packagings, and oftentimes they'll sell the mold after there's a certain exclusive to the product. Right. So because he comes from consumer electronics, he had a great relationship with a factory out of Vietnam, which he is a techie guy. All right. Consumer electronics. He's a nerd too. You'll meet him someday. Like he's a gamer and it's for a doodad. So he was really excited about bringing innovative technology that's prevalent in other alternative markets actually related to sexually active people. When we set out to identify our target audience, it was 18 to 25 because they know this technology. It's not just in gaming, there's LED guitars and violins. It's not just in your TV or some of your lighting you might have in your bedrooms currently, everywhere. So it's an intuitive technology. However, we have found out that we're doing actually really great in spaces, in case you're interested, because I'll show you, we like great buttons. Everything's very ergonomic. So because the illumination technology, the RGB, was a catalyst in the video game space. I want to say this was 2010, 2012. You started seeing it everywhere. It's in your game controllers, it's on your keyboard. So we're really hoping that the illumination technology is going to be very easy for a lot of people, and less work for you to do on the floor because we know you're very busy. And also it's something new and different. We don't see any customizable LED products in the space. So we're really excited to upsell that customer that's maybe coming in for their consumables, their condom lube, maybe their pills, and see, say, a bullet turned on in the corner. They might already have a bullet, but they don't have one that can be any color that they want. Oops. Okay. we were hitting the buttons at the same time. This is my happy little, I don't know what happened to this picture in the corner, but this was a quick little mood board, right? If you are thinking about LED the way that maybe I want. This is some of the examples of LED lightings that we see outside of pleasure products. There's the babies. I am also wondering if that rabbit was not standing in front of the Illumination of Paradise. So I don't know what's going on with my PowerPoint as we shrunk it. So just pretend it looks a lot more professional. But so introducing the line here. What happens if I maximize? Oh no, then I go away. I don't like that. Sorry. Thanks for hanging, team. 4 products, right? We're calling them the core products. We didn't go out to reinvent the wheel. We went out to enhance and almost try to like honor the wheel that already exists, right? We're not here to be the next Magic Wand. Magic Wand is Magic Wand, but we'll use these shapes that have already proven to be successful to launch Body Illuminate, right? So what's the difference? I know I've talked about it already, but this is where I'm going to tell you, and then I'll tell you again, and then you'll remember it by the end of the presentation. So it's in there. The exclusive illumination technology. It is patent pending. We work with a factory that will not be selling our mold and our LED technology. So that's one thing that I want stores and buyers to know. We have reimagined the icons and the way that we're using the buttons. They're really fun. I can't wait to show you. We're also bringing a bit more of the immersive sensory design to the bedroom. Not to say that the ritual of what you yourself or your partners do to get in the mindset, right? The most important thing, one of my friends say is like, right, you need to think first. Is maybe not true for everybody, but I do know a lot of rather than being spontaneous people, a lot of reactive people. This is a great way to start to get that reaction. And not to say that lighting, right, and sense and smell have already been part of the bedroom. We're just trying to make it a little bit easier. So everything here with us will be unique in-house. Also, this is just the beginning. We're gonna do a lot of other fun things, hopefully in the future. But it's something completely different. Look at this is a real person, by the way. I have to shout that out. Who would have ever thought that you have to remind people that we used a real model and paid her? This wasn't an AI, and that's right. I'm still let you say that. Look at this dude. Also gives me a chance to you got it. All right. So we've got the 4 core products. I'm going to go through them one by one so you can see them, but also I'm going to start out talking about the wand and all the key features. I do want you to know that they do apply basically to every other toy, right? So the wand, should I put up the little, can you see it? So fun. Using technology. Here it is. Isn't she pretty? We'll get up personal here in a moment. The wand it's a wand, right? It introduces a new illuminating dimension to people that are already familiar with using a wand. Everything has let's go here, 9 pre-programmed vibration pattern, 5 intensities. You can customize the intensity on the device as well as in the app, which we'll show you later. There's 8 pre-programmed color effects for your mood and your ambience. You can also, which I think is one of the super unique points of difference here, save to the device from the app 3 programmable memory slots. So you don't have to go to the app if you want to customize something. You've got 3 plays, so to speak. If this is my Spotify app that you're able to go back to, and we'll make one here at the end of the training. I do want to call out that everything is covered in ultra soft, body safe silicone. It is FDA food regulated, platinum cured silicone. I've got the certificates if you need to see them. The motors are our motors too that we designed. So they are a high quality, low noise motor. Yes, we're not the softest, right? That's not what I'm trying to claim. We're like the most quiet, but we are, I want to say, we're a decent 7 when it comes to power and not a loud motor. We actually, on the flywheel of the motor, use a tungsten. So it gets a little bit more of that deeper rumble than just like that high vibration. But you can customize that. Everything's also going to come with a rechargeable battery in the cord, right? All magnetic charging. It's about 120 minutes of playtime. It's at full intensity, both on the lighting and the vibration. I have units like this that I use for training, and I want to say they stay on for like at least 5 hours for the full charge, maybe 6, depending. The Bullet has a smaller motor because it's a smaller item, so it's going to be the one that runs out of power. Also, don't forget, because it's magnetic, we have IPX7. So IPX7 means it's waterproof up to an hour, 30 minutes in 30 meters of water. So if you out an extra, it's probably fine. We just haven't tested it past an hour. I've also, a couple of people have asked me about if you want to take it into the hot tub or the spa. It seems that some companies don't recommend you do anything, I don't know, over 100 degrees. I asked the factory, and they looked at me and said, well, it's tested at 150 degrees. So I'm going to say it's absolutely safe in the spa. I've not had a problem. They do float. So that's a super fun thing for the consumer. But if you are trying to make a display in store, you might want to get like some weights and some fishing wire. The rescue. We like pink today. So as discussed, the same silicone, the same buttons, the same 120 minutes playtime, and the IPX waterproof versatility are all in the Rabbit as well. You also get the 9 pre-programmed vibration patterns, the 5 intensity levels, the 8 dynamic color effects, and the 3 user programmable memory slot. What I also think is a great call out to note in the Rabbit is it does have this flexible, opposable arm so that you can adjust to your body more comfortably. And also, right, we got one motor here and then one motor here. So it's more to curl up, right? And you can almost grind into the motor right here. But also, if you want a little less power, you're welcome to, this thing's pretty stretchy. It's not like you won't get vibration here in the tip, but most of the motor is here. This lady is actually pretty powerful. I want to say it's 8,000 RPMs here and 6,000 here. I will double check that here at the end. She has the power. And now the bullet. Oh, everything comes with this cute stand too, which I'll show you, unless you're the plug. So if you did want to use something as ambient light in your room, it's daytime here, if you didn't notice. And these guys are still pretty bright. And you're not even on the brightest, which do all the buttons here in a minute and how to use them. If you wanted to have this standing somewhere and definitely charging, these do all come with a case. Also, it's something maybe good to note for anybody that is in a retail store and you want to have this run 24/7 in the stand and you plug it in. This rainbow mode will go until you turn it off. We are working on different units that will stay on until they are about, 5% battery. So you work with your Eldorado team members on that one, but otherwise the units do have the firmware in them to turn off after 45 minutes. 45 minutes was like not plugged in, right? We didn't want a consumer to like have a great time with it, leave the light on for whatever reason, and then maybe you fall asleep. You don't want to wake up and have it be dead. So that's built in there. I love this picture. That is also a real butt. All right, the plug. The plug is the only one that's not going to come with a stand. And I'll show you why. Stands up by themselves. And she charges here on the side. So you don't necessarily need to have a stand. Everybody wants to know if the back's up. Yes. Am I in focus there? Here, we'll do a more spectacular. Hypnotizing you with multiple screens. So again, I'm sounding repetitive, but we'll know everything by the end of the training. The plug also comes with the 9 pre-programmed vibration patterns, the 5 intensity levels, and the 8 dynamic color effects. One thing to note is, and I'll go through it here in a minute when we talk about buttons, but just remember that what's different about other than everything, right? We have to be completely different. We're a bunch of pygmies. No, not really. I am no Leo. I'm leaving for jokes and have to just pretend people are laughing in my head. Usually I do these things live. This is fun. When you want to turn a mode off, I know traditionally, like say it's vibration. You hear that? Maybe. So it's intuitive for most toy users that you would hold the button down to turn it off. We're in more of a cycle. Rainbow is pre-programmed dynamic color 8. So then if you click again, it turns off the lighting, but your toy is not necessarily off, right? You see that blink? Sometimes people think that's my toy is dim. It's not. It is just awaiting instructions. I will show you all the things here again in a minute. That's just to inception it quickly. But Tori, what's in the box? What's gonna show up? How does it look? Glad you asked. I'm gonna show you. We'll do a little unboxing here, right? I'll pat my nails like a real influencer person. So here's the box. We make at least the back of the box. I'm a salesperson, if you didn't know, but also I worked on retail floors for like 15 years. So we definitely try to make the box very simple in the back here, and all the icon call outs really easy. So say you just got on shift and someone wants to ask about this, but you can't see it yet. The major call out points are on the back. The app to scan the QR code is here as well, and I'll show you where it's in the instruction. Look at, we're so cute. Well, happy face. It's a sleeve. So we take the sleeve out, and we're a cutie patootie box in a box. I love a box in a box. Get a little welcome to paradise. You'll also have this great, cute Brighter Way to Play pamphlet. This is your thank you card. It's also saying like, hey, we're a new company. We super appreciate this. If you have any feedback, please send us the feedback. Like, no, really, you might think it's like a tiny thing, but we are growing and make sure we're making the best possible products for the people. And if we don't hear from you and the people, like, we can't do anything about it. So to note here, everything comes with a 2-year warranty against any product defects. If you want to register the product within 60 days, so you don't have to worry about a purchase or any of that other stuff or keeping the box or whatever. My husband, we have so many like empty electronic boxes just because of the situation, like a monitor, right? You only get like 60 for any defects on most consumer electronics, but you gotta keep the box because it's got the serial number, or you have to turn the box or whatever. If you don't want to deal with any of that, you got 60 days to register, and that will give you an extra year on your warranty. So then that's a 3-year warranty. And happy box. So pretty. So obviously your device, here is the stand, right? Cable release. You get this cute toy bag. And I wish you could feel it because you see some of the detail there. We got cute little paradise detail. It's actually super soft. It's not like a Crown Royal bag. Some people know what it is. This is actually a microspade bag, that I'll use. Charging cable. Important to note, your toy product code is right here, and your instructions are down here at the bottom. Some people have missed that. We've definitely noted that for the next production run, where we might put the instructions on the top or a bigger sticker. But again, it's little things like that we need feedback on, so we can develop not perfect, but close to perfect as we can for Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4. In your instructions, you will also obviously have all the instructions, but there is the QR codes to scan, as well as your product codes if you missed it, and all your, we're in French, planning, care, and control, and maybe some suggested uses. But all suggest, and then if it like wants to read all the app stuff and then get on. I do that. It's all in here. This is your safety, lots of safety. I think it's the prettiest user guide I've ever seen. It's usually on like a CVS receipt paper. This is also me being like, I was way too involved in this project, so writing it was super fun. So that's what's in the box. Everybody gets the fast charging cable, the soft carrying case, the display stand, except the plug, the quick start guide, and your 2-year warranty, unless you sign up for within 60 days you register, and then you don't have to worry about anything and you get an extra year. That doesn't mean, I had another couple of customers ask me, well, like, hey, if say my customer comes in because they're traditionally used to walking into the store and getting something replaced, right? We'll support that too. If you're using through Eldorado, well, and somebody comes into your store, do what they need. If you need to replace you have the stock and you need to replace their unit, go ahead and do it. We will credit Eldorado or whatever needs to happen, send you a new one. We want to make sure that you're able to get customer service, that you're not going to bring extra roadblocks into that. But that doesn't mean we have like a super official policy, because we want to do what's going to work for you guys, if that makes sense. All right, moving on. Here's all of the pictures of our packaging. SRP prices. The bullet is $69.99, the plug is $89.99, the wand $29.99, and the rabbit $129.99. Something that I'll make sure is said at the end of the presentation again. As a company, we do believe in retail, and we want to help do whatever we can to not just make the best product for you guys, but help bring in foot traffic. So we believe that purchasing something online, especially Amazon, comes with a premium. If you want it the next day and you need it in discreet packaging and all that stuff, you will find that we have on our website that are about $10 more. So the wand is posted at $139.99. You'll find that as well on our Amazon link, because we don't want to get into the pricing wars. Not only does it make everything difficult for our retailers, it devalues the brand. So that's another little point of difference that I think is different. Most of the other companies that I've been working with, that we're not giving the better deal to Amazon. Anyways, welcome to this slide. Makes me laugh. This is where we're going to go into buttons now. Are you ready? One system to rule them all. Yes, that is a Lord of the Rings reference. I don't know. One generation of people that I don't even know what they're reading and if we care about Lord of the Rings. So there you go. So we're going to do this really quick, and then I'll show you again when we go through the app stuff. But just quickly, when I talked about the reimagined icons, here are our reimagined icons, right? I'm a total icon. Sorry, I need like a cute icon, bullet point, and then a quick sentence, and I'm good to go. Power button, intuitive. The button looks like a little cell phone bar towers. The pattern button, It looks like a little trend line or an EKG situation. LED button, my favorite button. Looks like a starburst, sun, something like that. Right. Power and memory. Are you ready? Power button. Hold it on for 2 seconds. 1, 2, and you get, what is this, like 3 colors flash at you? Then it'll turn into the white flashing light. I got feedback where people think, oh my goodness, now it's dead. I gotta go charge it. No, you turned it on. She's blinking because she needs instructions. So if you wanted to go ahead and turn on the LED light, you would just hit the button, or if you wanted vibration, you hit the vibration. What is very cool is the memory. And let's see if I have one programmed from a different training, because I think I do. If you're using your device and to one of your pre-programmed memory slots, instead of pound the power button for 2 seconds, you would do a quick click. Ooh, it did work. So this was my customized color from a training last night, and you get up to 3 of those. I also want to make mention, if you need to turn something into travel mode, I don't want my stuff dead by the time I get, granted I have to like travel with these to training, but I can understand how other people want to take this on vacation, because lighting, actually, when we were going through product development, I had a wand and I wasn't even using it. I just left it like in my shop. Because in the morning I could do like a nice red light or a light. And I often feel skinnier in the morning. It's just who I am. And then it was like a nice situation. I'm not a vampire in the morning. The light's not killing me, and I cannot see my stretch marks or my cellulite in one of those lighting situations. I'm just saying. Hydration break for everybody, even though that was coffee. Travel mode, you would take the power button and the LED button, and you would hold for about 3 seconds, and it's going to blink at you. All the buttons are going to blink instead of just like the power button from before. And then you'll know you're in travel mode when you keep getting the blinkies, right? Nothing's turning on. If you want to get out of travel mode, you do the same. You hold the 2 buttons down for about 3 seconds. You're going to get a beep, and then you need to turn it on again. All right. That's the magic of the power button. Now let's talk about the magic about the vibration and the pattern button. So the pattern button, my EKG, my trend line, is the one just above the power button. So this cycles through, here's the end. This will cycle through the 9 preset. You need to change that. It says 7. That is incorrect. 9 preset vibration patterns. And I know it's hard to tell, but once I get to number 10, as I'm clicking, right, it ends the vibration patterns. And I know it's hard to tell, but once I get to number 10, as I'm clicking, right, it ends the vibration. You want to turn the vibration off, but keep your light on, so to speak, or vice versa. You would cycle through until you get to the, so on the LED portion, right, we have 9 pre-patterned colors. Number 10 would be off, which I'll show you again here in a minute. But what is super cool is the intensity button. So the cell phone tower bars, or bar graph here, that's our intensity button. And it is like the power button, where it's got multiple functions. So here's my vibration. If I wanted to change the intensity, like I like this mode, so don't forget the EKG line, the trend line, and the pattern line is the one that controls the direction patterns. Say you like this pattern and you want to turn that intensity up, you would do a short click, and that will get you through, we have like 5 intensities, right? So it's not just like low, medium, high. It's like low, medium, high, high. Now I'm cycling through to turn off the vibration. So I can put this lady back down. Now, because I told you the intensity button was multifunctional, I will show you the second function of the intensity button, which is you can control the intensity of your lighting from here too. So it's not just for your vibration. Short clicks for vibration, long clicks for light mode here. So if I long hold, you can see the light starting to go up 20% until it gets to max. And then if I cycle through again, it will start to dim, right? So because it's daylight and I got lights everywhere, you're not able to experience what it looks like at nighttime, and it can be very bright. So because we wanted everything to be customizable, you have that option as backup. All right, and our favorite button, the controls, is the best button. So my starburst here is the LED button that changes the light mode. You press through the 9 vibration profiles. Ignore the 8. Something happens here. I will count for everybody. Let's pretend we haven't done any of this, right? Turned our situation on. We go 1, which is 2, or which is blue. 2, purple. 3, pink. 4, this color stack. 5, the color wave. 6 is a color shift. 7 is a whatever blocking. 8 is rainbow. 9 would be no light. There'll be a test at the end. So those were the buttons. I am now going to show you how you can do everything that you did on this device in the app too, as well as save something to your memory. This is the QR code for the app, I'm going to bring in another device here. We're being high tech, but I can show you how it all works together. There we go. So there's the app. Let me back up. It is on the back end of a app called iToys. And once you get in, these will be these screenshots for those of you that maybe want to see the bigger picture right here as I look down at my camera. So when you get into iToys, it's going to look something like this. The best part for me is this color wheel, which I'm going to show you right now. So here I am with, I don't know, should I make this bigger? I'll make this screen bigger. I don't know if that changed the view. I hope so. Okay, so we can all pay attention here. I think it worked. Otherwise, Nathan, you can put me in the private chat and tell me. I'm gonna keep going. We go to iToys. It's gonna look something like this, and it asks for a product code. I already put a product code in. Already wants to connect to this wand because it's on. Or I'll turn you off. Oh no, Bluetooth connection lost. Say you own the wand and the blood, but the wand's already pre-programmed. Remember, it's the last code you put into it. So you could change your product code here. I don't need to do that. I'm just showing you that's what we're doing. Okay. Toys you've got here. You're going, oh, this looks a little interesting. We are working on another app. I'm hearing it might be done by the beginning of August, not too far away. And that'll work with some more Gen 2 things that were products. There we go. That's where that we're going to be introducing here soon, right? As long as things keep moving and grooving, we got this. So I've already put in the product code, so I'm just going to hit connect. It's connected. Hello! We are in the paradise portion. What I think is super cool is up here. That's not my iPad battery, right? That's over here. This is for the wand. So I know she's got 60% charge left. I know. Very useful. Now, the best part is this customizable part, which I will show you all the other things that come with the app. But what really makes the thing is the customization here of the vibration, the lighting, and your memory. So if we wanted to, here we go, pre-programmed pattern. So you can go through and pick which pattern you like the best. Also change the intensity by swiping and around with the lighting here. So if I wanted to adjust the brightness, you do that here. If I wanted to turn it off, you do that here. Turn it back on. Make it go up real high. And you can see right now it's on color shift. Well, now I turned it off. You can pick a rainbow, lightning, full color shift, comet, but the best one is the color wheel. So this is the full RGB LED color wheel. For anybody that didn't know, RGB is red, green, blue, and these colors makes any color you want. I definitely recommend, even though I like this white, I think it's pretty where it starts, because the toy is white. If you want a very rich color, I recommend going all the way to the outside of the edges. I know Nathan likes purple, maybe a darker purple. There we go. But I like this, wait, not that red, this red when I don't want to have any stereotypes. It was actually really fun. We were messing around in the office, like trading codes, like, oh, you color code because I really love it. So that's where you can customize the vibration and the lighting. Now let's make a color we like the best. We'll do this fancy green, okay? I want to program this green into the device so that when I am feeling like I want that color, or I don't know, people like sports teams. There's a World Cup situation happening. You can go ahead if you want to celebrate in team colors, pre-program that, but also you won't have to say open up the app. Like, hold on. Let me make it the way that I want to. You can just recall it. So to do that, you or vibration, the intensity, the patterns, everything already selected. Then you would slide over to the memory mode and we hit save. Now you do need to back out for it to save. So I've backed out. Let's just turn my situation off. We don't need you right now. Come back in a minute. So pretend it's like a couple hours later or whatever, turning my device on. We're doing something different. All right, we're here. And now I would like to recall my pretty green that I programmed earlier. Short click on the power button. And it's right there. So we do some other things with the app that I'll walk you through quickly. Music mode, I think pretty self-explanatory. I have not downloaded super songs yet. You can do that. I did it on another device and then ended up using this and it just hasn't happened yet. But if I go ahead and play the furry leaf, you can see we're vibrating to the pattern. Then we go back. We also have sound mode. So it might look 50%. That's because it's been on for like half an hour at pretty full intensity. Immersion mode, this one's fun. It's a little bit different. then I think intuitively some apps are more intense down here. This is less intense if you're going to draw down here. Oops, I wasn't talking to you, sir. And more intense is going to be up at the top. But also you can just color around. Fun, make your own pattern. Shape mode is just fun for me at trade shows, but I can see this being really fun if, say, you're going to take your phone running and you're connected to your partners, or I don't know, just your device. You want to walk around and do whatever. Shape mode is here. And last but not least, the remote mode. People want to know, well, can I take over control? Do I need to just needs to connect, or my partner needs to connect with their phone to do anything? I said, no, you could do that, but also say you're traveling or your partner you guys have a long distance relationship. What you can do is create a room, so a 2-person or a multi-room. I've only tested it with 3 people so far. So you guys can let me know if multi-person room has more than that. I know for sure the next generation of the app will have more capabilities. Openness, do not disturb mode does not work when your friends are calling and they're on the favorites. My bad. So we'll just make a 2-person room. That's my code. So I can give that code to my brand. It wants me to share it. I don't want to share it right now. The interface will look something like this. So you can do a video call, they can still do immersion, music. You have the ability to chat and still mess around with your customization. Put our cute green back here. There we go. So if you missed it, quick snapshots. There's your lighting effects, the customized banner, and how you mess around with the lighting effects and the vibration. So final takeaway, guys. I know that was a lot. Thanks for vibing with me. Why is this even going to work? There are familiar trusted shapes that customers already understand. We already have a approval process as far as people are purchasing these shapes and love these shapes. What we're doing is we're adding a new sensory layer through Illumination. We also hope that this is easy because you turn it on, right? Plug it in on the stand, rainbow mode, it'll go 24/7. The idea being someone will be drawn to it so that it's much easier for you guys to have that conversation, correct? Fact-finding questions about the experience that your customer's coming in through. It's built with really great standards. We want a specialty retail. I know it's hard. You guys will get your hands on it, but it is really actually very super nice silicone. The buttons are all laser etched. Oh my God, I'm so obsessed with them. I don't know if you can hear the click. It's so satisfying. And that's actually some of the feedback we've gotten from customers have arthritis, is that everything's been very ergonomic and you can find the buttons in the dark, which I was just obsessed with laser buttons, and it makes me very happy, and it's making other people happy. So that's great. And as mentioned, we're price protected. Paradise website and the Amazon website are positioned at a $10 premium to the SRP that we are giving to stores. So that's another way where we're trying to support people coming into a store and asking questions and being curious and continuing to come back through giving you guys a better discount. And last but not least, we hope it's memorable in hands and on shelf and online for your online stores. All of these things are a way to incorporate this new body illumination category into not just homes, but on shelf. That makes it very interesting and fun to play with. That's that. Nathan, did I miss anything, you think?
I don't think you did. I think we've covered it all. That's fantastic. I hope everybody watching has gotten a great experience and knows everything they need to know about illumination now. What do you think?
I hope so. I feel like that was an in-depth conversation, but also I'm living and breathing it every day. So if I did miss it, you guys have questions, absolutely want to ask them or find out what the answer is.
Yes, definitely reach out. You can contact your Eldorado manager, or you can reach out to me or Tori directly through our emails or through social media, and we'll get back to you.
Absolutely. But yes, you keep us in mind when you're hearing either it's a good thing or it's a bad thing. All those little feedbacks help us make a better product.
Definitely. So